The human mechanic did not expect history to end his career on a maintenance ladder. Evan Holt was certified for plasma drives. He was not certified for imperial palaces. He was not certified for accidental moments that rewrote galactic law. He had been hired for a simple task. Inspect the auxiliary coolant ring on the flagship Aurelius Dawn. Fix a pressure fluctuation. Leave quietly. Get paid. That was all. Humans were still new to the galactic core. Useful, cheap, physically fragile, emotionally strange. They were allowed into places others were not, because humans fixed things without asking who owned them. That was how Evan found himself inside the private maintenance corridors of the Imperial Empress herself. He did not know that at first the corridor was white metal, soft, light panels, silent floor, to clean. Too empty. He followed the schematic on his wrist display. Coolant line, Delta 7. Service hatch for . He whistled softly. A habit from old dock work. No melody, just sound. He reached the hatch, unlocked it, pulled it open. Warm air rushed out. That was wrong. Coolant spaces were cold. Always cold. Evan frowned. He leaned in. He climbed halfway through. Then the inner hatch slid open behind him. He turned. The Empress of the Triarchate stood 3 steps away. She was not wearing ceremonial armor. She was not wearing robes. She was not wearing anything above the waist. Time stopped. Not dramatically. Not with thunder. It stopped in the way a machine stops. When a gear snaps. Evan froze. His brain tried to process scale, height, presence, authority. The Empress was tall, graceful, bioluminescent. Markings traced her collarbones and shoulders. Royal sigils etched into living skin. Among her species' exposed skin was not sexual. It was ceremonial, private, intimate. Evan did not know that, but he knew he should not be seeing it. He dropped his tools. They clattered loudly. The Empress' eyes, locked onto his silence, filled the corridor. Evan backed away. Hands raised. Eyes down. He did not stare. He did not speak. He bowed. Clumsy, human. I am sorry. Deeply sorry. I did not know. His voice shook. Guards appeared instantly. Energy spears leveled. Threat displays flared. One word from her would have ended him. She raised one hand. The guards froze. Her gaze stayed on Evan. Her expression did not change. But something behind her eyes did. Recognition. Shock. Then something colder. Leave. Her voice carried weight, not volume. Authority. Evan did not argue. He did not breathe. He crawled backward through the hatch, pulled it closed. He ran. He was escorted off the ship within minutes. No charges, no explanation, no payment, just silence. That silence followed him for weeks. News spread fast in the core, but not everything became public. Evan waited for arrest, for execution, for memory erasure. Nothing came. Instead, his contracts vanished. His access codes expired. His name became a problem. Dockmasters stopped answering his messages. Friends avoided him. Employers cancelled interviews. No one explained why. He knew why. He had seen the Empress unveiled. A violation older than their empire, even if accidental, even if harmless. He had crossed a line. Humans believed intent mattered. The galaxy did not always agree. Evan took work on the fringe. Broken stations, dead worlds, ships no one cared about. He slept in his workshop. He ate ration bars. He worked until exhaustion quieted his thoughts, but the memory stayed, not of her body, of her eyes, the way they had hardened. Months passed, then the summons arrived. Imperial seal. Priority channel. No explanation. His hands shook as he opened it. You are commanded to appear. Failure will be considered treason. Coordinates. Followed Imperial space. Evan almost ran. Instead he packed his tools. If this was the end, he would face it standing. The palace was worse than he remembered. Not beautiful, imposing. Every step reminded him he did not belong. He was escorted to a private chamber. No guards inside. The Empress waited. She wore full regalia now. Crown, armor, veil. Of light, she dismissed the escorts. The doors sealed. Evan knelt. Immediately, I did not mean to dishonor you, I swear it. His words spilled out. Fear stripped his restraint. I will accept any punishment. Just let me fix what I broke. Silenced, then she spoke. Stand. He obeyed. Her eyes studied him carefully. You saw me, yes. You looked away, yes. You fled, yes. Did not speak of it, no. Her posture relaxed slightly. In my culture, such an act demands death. Evan nodded. He expected that. But your species is different. She circled him. Slowly, you felt shame, fear, not desire, he swallowed. I am a mechanic. I see systems. I do not see rulers. She stopped in front of him. That is what frightened me. He looked up, confused. You did not see an empress. You saw a person. Her voice softened. No. One does that. Evan felt something break inside his chest. I am sorry if that hurt you. Her expression changed. Not anger, not pride, loneliness, double quotes. The devastation was not yours, it was mine. She turned away. For centuries my body has been a symbol, a weapon, a boundary. When you looked away, you reminded me that it could be nothing more than skin. She faced him again, and I hated you for that. Evan felt the weight of her words. Lost everything after that day. She nodded. That was my doing. The admission struck harder than any punishment. I panicked. I removed you from the system, I thought. Distance would erase the feeling. It did not. Evan stared at the floor. You destroyed my life. Yes, she did not deny it. And yet, you stand here, still whole. She stepped closer. I summoned you to repair something. He looked up. Not a ship. She placed a hand over her chest. A fracture. In the idea of power. Evan did not understand. But he listened. My empire fears humans, because you do not worship us, he said. Nothing. I need someone who treats me as real. Her voice lowered, not divine. The request terrified him more than execution. I am not worthy of that. She smiled faintly. That is why you are perfect. He exhaled slowly. What do you want from me? She straightened. You will serve as my chief systems engineer. You will walk where others kneel. You will speak when something is broken, and you will never speak of that moment again. Evan nodded. I never have. She extended her hand. He took it. The galaxy would later say, humans saved the Empire. They would tell stories of machines repaired, of wars avoided, of impossible solutions. They would never know the truth, that the most powerful being alive had been undone, not by lust, not by insult, but by a mechanic who looked away. Asterisk.